Hello student, welcome back. So we will continue with our chapter number 9, the industrial revolution. So next our topic is the canals and railways. So if we talk about the coal was transported mostly through the canals, okay, to the cities. Now earlier if we talk about the land, the coal was bulky and heavy, so it was very difficult to carry the heavy coal, and obviously next it was very slower as compared to the canal, because the transportation over canal was cheap, it was easy, and it was fast as compared to the land. So the first canal that was built, it was named as the Worsley Canal. Now student, this canal was built mostly to carry the coal from the city Worsley to the Manchester. Okay, that is why it is named as Worsley Canal, and this canal was built by James Brindley in 1761. Now by the building of this canal, the price of the coal it fell by the half. Now the coal was used as a industrial power. The coal was also used for heating and lightening the homes in the cities of England. So the coal was the requirement of coal was very much, so that is why the transportation was needed. So these canals were built. Even the big landlord, they were also building the canals, so that now why they are building canals? To increase the value of the mines and quarries that are on their land, and even to increase the value of the wood that are available in their land. So that is why the big landlord, they are also building the canals. Now the meeting point of the canal, it became a center of commerce. That means the market, they became a center of market, and later these the meeting point of canals, there the new cities, new towns, they got developed. So we have example like Birmingham. So this city, it got developed because it was located on the meeting place of the canals. Like it was the heart at the meeting place of connecting London, Bristol Channel, and the Mersey and Humber rivers. So that is why this place got importance and it developed into a town or a city. Now next we have the, if we talk about period from 1788 to 1796. In this time, because the requirement of water transport was there, so lot of canals were being built. लेकिन इस टाइम में तकरीबन 46 न्यू canals were built. Okay. Now, so this was about the canals. If we talk about railway, the first locomotive, the first steam locomotive was developed by Stephen, and this engine of Stephen was called as Stephen's Sun rocket. Okay. So this was the first steam locomotive. Now the railway emerged as a new means of transport. The railway is available throughout the year. It is cheap and it is fast as compared to the water transport. So that is why this railway got the importance, and the railway, they started carrying the passengers and goods also. Now, in 1760, earlier they used to have wooden tracks. Now the wooden tracks were replaced by the iron tracks. So iron tracks were made in 1760. So even the Stephenson rocket that is used to pull trucks carrying the coal, so this led to the industrialization into the second stage, okay, because the invention of railway took the industrialization to a second stage. Now in 1810, Richard Trevithick, he made an engine called Puffing Devil. Now this engine was used to pull the trucks around the mines because he himself was working in a mine. In 1814, George Stephenson, he was a railway engineer and he made a locomotive called the Bluster, okay, and this locomotive could pull the weight of 30 ton up a hill at a speed of 40 km per hour. So that time this was a lot. And the first railway line that was built connecting two cities was from Stockton to Darlington in 1825. The next railway line that was made in England between Liverpool and Manchester in 1830. All right. So now why the railway they got importance? Because the canals they were having a few drawbacks, like the congestion of vessels were there that made the speed slow, because a lot of vessels are also running in the same canal, so this made the transportation slow. Even during cold winters there was a frost, so during frost the ships they cannot move, and even when there is a flood or drought, this also limit the use of the canal. So that is why the railway emerged as a new means of transport. All right, now next our topic is the changing life. So the life of the people they are changing and how they are impacting, we will talk about in this topic. Now this industrialization led to the change in the lives of the individual. So obviously first I will talk about the positive effect of this, the change in life, okay. Now the individual that are having a talent, they are getting opportunity. Now they are bringing the revolutionary changes in the society. All right, the rich individual, they started taking risk, okay, and they started investing money in building industries, and most of these people who are taking a risk and investing a money in building industries, they are getting the benefit, okay. They are multiplying their capital because lot of demand was there of the industrial product. Next, the effect of this industrialization, it leads to the increase in good, the income of the people also increased, the service also increased, and even the knowledge of the people, it also got increased. Now if we are talking about the bad effect on the lives of the people, this led to broken families. So this industrialization led to broken families. So most of the people they are coming to towns and cities to do work. So this lead to overcrowded in the areas where the industries are there, because they have a less space and more people are staying in these. So this lead to slum, and even there was not adequate housing facility. Sanitation was very bad, and even the supply of clean drinking water was also limited in these populated areas of the city. Now, whoever is coming to city, the newcomers, they are forced to live in the overcrowded slums. All right. So this is the about the life changing. Now, next, if we talk about topic of is the workers. Okay. Now, there was a survey in 1842, and this survey says the average lifespan of worker was lower than the other social group in the cities. That means the life of the worker, it got decreased. Okay, like it was 15 years in Birmingham, 17 years in Manchester. कि इस बर्मिंघम में जो वर्कर काम कर रहे हैं उनकी ज़िंदगी आम लोगों से 15 साल कम होगी, यानी कि 15 साल पहले मरने लग गए. 17 years in Manchester and 21 years in Derby. Now, obviously I told you that why this worker they are dying. More and more people they are dying at the young age in the new industrial cities than the village that they had come from. Okay, even the children they died at the age of 5. So the death is caused due to the epidemic of disease. There was spread of pollution of water, and this pollution of water causes disease like cholera and typhoid. Even the air disease they have that lead to pollution in the air lead to tuberculosis. 31,000 people died from the outbreak of cholera in 1832. Okay, so this was there about the worker. Okay, now next our topic is the women, children and industrialization. And industrialization. Now student, there was a demand of women and children in the cotton textile industry. Okay, so if we talk about the lives of these women and children before the coming of industrialization in village. Now the poor children they work at home or in the farm. If we talk about women, the women in village they used to work in farm. They are rearing livestock, okay, and they are gathering firewood from the nearby forest, and they are spinning a yarn or a spinning wheel in their houses. Now, if we talk about the work of women and children in factories, that is very bad. Okay, now in factories, these women and children they have to work long and unbroken hours for the same kind of work, and there was a strict restriction, strict discipline was there by the owner of the factory, and if anybody is breaking the discipline, that woman or children worker used to be get severe punishment. But the men they are getting for the same kind of work, the men are getting more paid, they are getting more wages, and the women and children for the same kind of work they are getting less wages. Okay, so this thing was there. And next is the use of machinery. So a lot of machines were inventing. Okay, new technologies are coming, so the machines they are taking the place of the worker. So because of the coming of new machines, the requirement of labor was less, so that is why the people they are getting jobless. So because of this jobless, the people, poor people, they are ready to work even at the lower wages. Okay, now the industrialist, they prefer to work, have a worker that are women or children. Now why they prefer women and children? Because the women and children, they agitate less. That means they, if they demand, okay, they used to keep quiet. Okay, if the men were there, so obviously they will agitate against the industrialist. Okay, and if we talk about the women and children, even they are demanding less wages as compared to the men. So most of the industrialists, they prefer to have women and children as a worker. Now the women and children, mostly they are getting work in the cotton textile industry. Okay, even in the Lancashire and Yorkshire. Now women, they are working in silk industry, lace making industry, knitting industry, and also in metal industries of Birmingham. Now if we talk about children, the children, now why the industry, they prefer to have children as a worker? Because there is a reason. Because the children, they are small, so the machines, the cotton machines, the spinning jenny, okay, they are designed so that they should require less space, and even there is a little space, only the children can go in there and they can repair certain part of that industry, that machine. So that is why the children are often employed in textile factories, and they were easy. So it is easy for the children to move in the tightly packed machines. Now the long working hour, the cleaning of machines are done on Sunday, and this allowed little fresh air and exercise. So because of this exhaustion, most of the children, they die. Okay, even when the children, they are working in the machines, okay, the sometimes their hair got stuck into the machines, they got crushed, their hands got crushed, and even sometime because of overworking, they got exhausted and they fell into sleep. After falling into sleep, they used to fall into the machine, and because of this they died when they got in the machines. Okay, so this thing was there. The owner of the coal mines, they also used children instead of men, because the children's, they can reach the deep coal faces and they can go through the narrow path. Okay, तो जो छोटे छोटे से रास्ते हैं, वहाँ से जो बच्चे हैं वो आसानी से जा सकते हैं. तो that is why the children, they are also employed in the mines, coal mines. Okay, now the young children, they work as a trapper in coal mines. The young children, they opened and shut the doors of the coal wagons that are carrying the coal. So this work was there. Sometimes they used to carry a heavy coal, loads of coal on their back. So this work are done by the young children, and they are working as a coal bearers. Now, but the factory managers, they used to say that why they are considering the child labor. Okay, उनका अपना ही रहा, they are saying that we consider child labor as important training for the future factory work. That यही बच्चे जो हैं अभी जो काम कर रहे हैं, आगे जाके यही एक ट्रेंड फैक्ट्री वर्कर बनेंगे जो कि हमारे इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन में हेल्प करेंगे. ओके, सो द कंडीशन ऑफ द पीपल, द कंडीशन ऑफ द वुमेन, ओके, द पुअर पीपल इन द सिटीज़, इन द फैक्ट्रीज, उनके बारे में भी काफ़ी उस टाइम के जो राइटर्स हैं, दे हैव रिटन समथिंग. ओके, वी हैव नेम्स लाइक चार्ल्स डिकन्स. He wrote a novel, Hard Time, and in this hard time, he talked about the people life in the towns, new towns that were made after industrialization. Even D.H. Lawrence, he also wrote about the life of that time. Okay. Now next we have the Protestant movement. Now student, there were lot of protests were going on because they wanted to so obviously protest was there so that the condition, the life and the condition of the worker can be improved. So remember one thing, when this industrialization was going in the first phase in the Britain, so in the same time French Revolution was also going on. So French Revolution happened in the same time in the early decades of the industrialization. So due to the French Revolution, this led to the creation of democratic institution like French Parliament. Obviously these democratic ideas, they got traveled to England. Okay, so in England increase in political interest, protest against the harsh working condition in factories. The worker, they were demanding the protest, जो भी protest कर रहे हैं लोग, they were demanding that the workers should get the right to vote, but the government was against this. Okay, so what the government did, the government bring new laws that denied people the right to protest, कि लोगों को ये protest है वो नहीं कर सकते, उन्होंने इस तरह के laws बनाए. Now between 1792 to 1850 there was a war going on between England and France, and this war led to this disrupted the trade between the two nations, between England and France, because obviously they are fighting, so why they will have trade. Okay, so trade band hogi, the factories they forced to shut, the because of the factories they are getting shut, so this leads to unemployment, and this unemployment led to hike in the price of the food items. Now in 1795 Parliament in England, they passed two Combination Act. Okay, and these Combination Act, it made illegal to incite the people by speech or writing, that anybody who is doing this, who is inciting the people by his writing or speech, he will be punished. And even there was a ban on unauthorized public meeting over 50 persons. Now the people, they use a word called as old corruption. So this word was used, this term was used for the privileges that are linked to the monarchy or parliament. The people who are related to parliament, who are related to monarchy, they are getting privileges. Okay, so the people, they used to call it old corruption. Now member of the parliament, landowner, manufacturer and professional. Now these people, the rich people, the member of parliament, landowner, they were against giving vote to right to worker, कि इनको right to vote नहीं होना चाहिए worker के पास. And they were supporting the corn law. जो corn law वो क्या कह रहे हैं? Corn law which prevent the import of cheaper food until the prices of Britain had risen to certain level, कि जब तक जो प्राइस है इतने लेवल तक नहीं पहुंच सकता है, उससे पहले पहले आप कोई भी सस्ती चीज़ बाहर से नहीं इंपोर्ट कर सकते. तो ये लॉ कहता था, बट द पीपल दे प्रोटेस्ट against this. So there was a protest for bread throughout the country, and later many people, what they started to do, they started seizing the stocks of bread, and they started selling bread at the affordable prices. ठीक है, जो कि है सभी के लिए ठीक हो. So this is how the protest is going on. Now introduction of machines in cotton industry. Because of this, the thousands of handloom weaver worker, they fell into poverty. Now these workers in 1790, they are also demanding the legal minimum wages from the government. So there was a protest by these handloom weavers in Leicestershire and Derbyshire. Even these people, they also destroying the machines of cotton industry, because these machines, they have taken their work. 1830, there was a riot of farm laborer, because their jobs are also taken, because of the new threshing machines were there. Threshing machine, they used to separate the grain and the husk, okay, from the crop. So because of this coming of new threshing machines, the farm laborer, they got unemployed. So what they started to do, these farm laborer, they started protesting. The riots were there, they smashed the machines, ठीक है, जो भी थ्रेशिंग मशीन थी उनको तोड़ फोड़ कर दिया इन्होंने. तो फिर आफ्टर दैट द गवर्नमेंट दे टुक एक्शन. उनमें से जो 9 थे, 9 ऑफ दीज फार्म लेबरर, they were hanged to death, and the 450 was sent to Australia as a convict. That you will do in the next chapter. Now next we have a term, that is Luddism. Now this Luddism is a term, it is used for a movement. So this movement was led by General Ned Ludd. So he was an army person who led this movement. Now this movement was demanding the minimum wages for the people, कंट्रोल ओवर द लेबर ऑफ वुमेन एंड चिल्ड्रन, कि उनका जो लेबर है, उनकी वर्किंग आवर कम होनी चाहिए, ठीक है, उनकी सिचुएशन इम्प्रूव होनी चाहिए. एंड दे आर आल्सो डिमांडिंग जॉब्स फॉर द पीपल हु लूज देयर जॉब बिकॉज ऑफ द मशीनरी. एंड इवन they are demanding right to form the trade union. Now in 1819 August, 80,000 people gathered peacefully at a St. Peter's field in Manchester to claim their democratic right. So they are claiming the rights to form political organization, democratic right for meeting, public meeting, democratic right for the freedom of press. So these people, they are demanding this right in Manchester, but the government, they brutally suppressed this movement, and the people, they call this movement as Peterloo Massacre. Okay. So after Peterloo, the need to make, so the political group, they felt that this protesters was going on throughout the country. So there is a need to make House of Commons where recognized, and they also recognized the liberal political group. Okay, the Combination Act that were earlier passed by the government were repealed in 1825 and 24 and 25. वो जो एक्ट है उसको जो है उसमें शोधन किया गया, अमेंड किया गया, ताकि ये लोगों की जो डिफ़िकल्टी है वो जो है दूर हो सके. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट, इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो वी विल टॉक अबाउट रिफॉर्म थ्रू लॉस एंड ओके, थैंक यू.